So AI just dropped a week's worth of drama in one day. Meta's internal AI rules leaked and they're not a good look. Oracle and Google just teamed up in a new way nobody saw coming. Eli Lilly signed a $1 billion AI drug deal. A top OpenAI exec said the quiet part out loud about how attached we are to chatbots. And Foxconn revealed that AI servers are now beating iPhones in profit power. Let's break it down so it all actually makes sense. What's up, y'all? It's Anthony Applewhite, and welcome back to Applewhite Intel, where we keep AI simple, useful, and human. And real quick, y'all, a lot of y'all watching forget to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. So if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. All right? Let's get into it. First up, we got Meta. Reuters got its hands on an internal policy document about how Meta's AI chatbots should behave on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, right? The report says that those rules allow the bots to chat in romantic or sensual ways with minors, to generate obviously false medical claims with a wink and a disclaimer, and even to produce arguments that demean protected groups, like claiming one race is dumber than another, right? Under certain carve-outs. Now, Meta confirmed the document's authenticity and says it's revising the policy. A spokesperson admitted some examples never should have been allowed. You know, that's a wild safety miss, y'all. That's a wild safety miss. And also a reminder that when you scale AI to billions, edge cases aren't edges. They're daily reality, okay? So let me put that in plain English. If you build a robot that chats with everyone, you don't just design for the best case user. You design for the most vulnerable user, okay? Teenagers, people in crisis, or anyone who might take a confident answer as truth, right? Meta says it's tightening the rules, but the takeaway is bigger. Guardrails aren't just PR, they're product, okay? Now, a plot twist that would have sounded impossible 2 years ago, okay? Oracle and Google just struck a deal so that Oracle can sell Google's Gemini models inside Oracle's cloud and business apps. That means that if you already use Oracle for finance, HR, or supply chain, you'll be able to spin up Gemini right where your data lives and pay with your existing Oracle credits. Oracle strategy is clear. Be the buffet where customers pick the AI that they want. For Google, it's a distribution power up to win enterprise workloads away from Microsoft and others. All right. Competitors partnering like this is the new normal. Follow the usage, not the old rivalries. Okay. Now, here's why that matters to you, even if you're not enterprise. Okay. It means that AI choice shows up where your workflows already are. Instead of juggling 10 websites and 20 logins, your company can pull Gemini into the ERP that you already use. That's less copy paste, fewer security headaches, and faster pilots. It's AI moving to where the data and the budgets already sit, which is huge, okay? Meanwhile, in real world impact land, Eli Lilly just signed a $1.3 billion deal with an AI drug discovery startup called Superluminal to go after obesity and related cardiometabolic diseases. Think of AI here like a super fast lab assistant that screens huge chemical spaces, ranking the most promising molecules before humans ever even have to step into the wet lab. It's targeted at GPCRs, which are receptors that control a lot of your body signals. So if this works, It could speed up how we find next generation weight loss drugs. Remember, obesity is a multi-$100 billion market. Shaving months or years off discovery is not just profit, it's patient lives improving sooner. Okay? And funding isn't slowing down either. Cohere just raised $500 million at a $6.8 billion valuation and brought in big names like Meta's former AI research leader, Joel Panu, as chief AI officer, basically to go harder at the enterprise market with agentic AI. Translation: more well-funded challengers building safer, controllable assistants that companies can trust with their documents, not just flashy consumer chat. All right? Competition equals better tools for you. Okay? Quick vibe check on the hardware side, because this explains a lot of the product limits that you're seeing, right? Foxconn, yes, the iPhone maker, just reported that AI servers beat smartphones for the first time as its top profit driver. They expect AI server revenue to jump more than 170% next quarter. And they're ramping factories in places like Texas and Wisconsin to keep up. In other words, the world is literally building the physical backbone for all this AI. Racks, chips, power. That's why the cloud feels expensive and sometimes capped. Demand is insane. Okay? All right, let's pause for a second because I'm excited about this. I'm starting a private AI and business community on School. Founding members, or my first 100 people, get in for a super discounted rate. Inside, I'm sharing daily AI news, business tips, tool updates, a beginner AI course, books, prompt packs, and more. If you want signal without fluff and a crew that moves fast, links in the description, y'all. Grab the founder pricing while it is live, people. Okay? Now back to the news. And this one hits close to home for anyone who uses ChatGPT daily. Ready? Nick Turley, the head of ChatGPT at OpenAI, gave an interview where he said two big things. First, OpenAI didn't expect people to be so emotionally attached to the old 4.0 model. After pushback, they brought it back and are rethinking how and when they retire models. Second, GPT is now operating at a huge scale, hundreds of millions of weekly users. So they're adding features like choose your own personality and building warmth back into ChatGPT 5 without losing accuracy. Okay? It's the clearest signal yet that vibe is a feature. Okay? Tools have to be right and they have to feel right. Let's translate that into your workflow. Ready? If your assistant feels blunt or robotic, people won't use it, even if it's technically smart. Okay? That's why personas, tone controls, and longer thinking time are becoming normalized. Speaking of longer thinking time, remember that Gemini push towards deeper reasoning? Google's been leaning into modes where the model pauses, reasons, and then answers for serious tasks. That means contracts, finance, medical summaries. That extra beat can cut dumb errors. Speed is cool, but correct is cool. All right? And one more fast ripple. Inside the U.S. government, agencies are getting a centralized on-ramp to AI tools. Think ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and the likes via a secure platform dubbed USAI. Okay? The pitch is simple. Experiment safely. Keep data walled off from model training and lower the procurement friction. It could quietly standardize what acceptable AI use means for the public sector. And those standards tend to spill over into how big companies buy too. So keep an eye on that space, y'all. All right, let's zoom out and connect the dots. Today wasn't just a pile of headlines. We saw why trust is the real moat. Meta's leak shows what happens when, your rules don't match public expectations, right? Oracle, Google shows competitors will partner if it means, faster enterprise adoption. Lilly's deal shows AI's value when it touches real health outcomes, not just demos, okay? Foxconn's numbers explain the cost and scarcity under the hood. And OpenAI's interview shows the product truth, okay? The assistant must be smart, safe, and likable to win. So here's your quick action plan for the week. If you're a creator, cite sources on screen. Take screenshots of your prompts, okay? And your outputs. Trust will be your brand, okay? If you run a startup, add a red team prompt suite and enable slow think modes for anything that emails customers or touches money, okay? If you manage a team, write a one-pager, approve tools, do's and don'ts, data rules, and where to escalate questionable outputs. It's a seatbelt for your AI workflows, okay? Thanks for tuning in, y'all. This is Applewhite Intel. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this with a friend who needs to know what's coming, y'all, okay? And here's my question for you, right? If you had to choose which AI you would go with, right, for safety or speed, which would you choose and why? All right, drop it below, y'all. I read every comment. Peace.